Let's dive into the science behind Neuralink to understand how exactly human brain chips work.
The science behind how these implants work is not that different from how you would go about trying to measure the energy from a AA battery. It's the same principle that we're doing with these brain implants. This is called neuroelectrophysiological recording. When you move your arm to the right, certain sets of neurons are activated in a certain pattern. Listening in to that activity and that pattern, you can predict very quickly which direction the arm is going to move. These are the neurons that are directly wired to your muscle.
Unless that pathway from the brain to the spinal cord to the muscle is damaged, the way it is in patients with paralysis.
That pathway is damaged, then the neural signals, the signals from the brain, aren't going to get down to move the muscles. But in many cases, the signals are still present in the brain. They're just not getting out. So if you reach in and put something that listens in to those neurons, then you know what's happening to the muscle.
And that's the goal of a brain implant.
So, let me tell you how this works. Now, I'm wiggling my fingers right now. And what's happening is, my mind, right? There's a soul in the middle of your head, the pineal gland. That's the part of you that can't die. You don't die when you stop breathing. You die when you stop thinking. I keep telling y'all that. After your last breath, your consciousness and mind still gonna be going. So listen, the part of you that exercises its will through the body is about to have to move over in its seat and let somebody else sit here too. You about to share your throne. The part of you that says, I want to wiggle my fingers. Right now, what happens is when you do that, your soul sends a command. Remember that the 10 Commandments is just the brain, man. They lied, bro. The command center from the body is the pineal gland, the seat of the soul. Let me show you the lie, though. See, they gave you this, but I do symbols, you know, symbolism. And really, those two domes is just the left and right brain, man. It's just the way that our brain is. The command center is in the middle of the brain. And the signal come from there. Think about it. If God is so powerful, why he didn't just make you to be good? And then why God gotta use you to get his will done? Now check this out. What Neuralink do, when I say, look, I'm wiggling my hands, soon as I think about that shit, my body do it. I don't got to say, hey, let me wiggle my hands. My thought is the command. So how fast does it take my hands to wiggle? Soon as I had a thought. And the thought is instant. So, but watch this though. What Neuralink does, instead of you saying, I want my hands, instead of you thinking about wiggling your hands and doing it, and like I was saying earlier, like, you know, it's like your mind telling your body, wiggle the hands. But instead of it being, it's like with Neuralink, right? Your soul is saying, wiggle the hands. Then Neuralink is saying, yeah, wiggle his hands. You got this mediator now, this echo. So instead of your voice, which in your mind, commanding your body directly, you have a mediator. That's Christ. You have this mediator. That's this deity that we talking about, who said that he's a mediator in between you and God.